We have just witnessed one of the most disastrous situations of floods in our city, Vadodara, and many other cities across the state. And we are truly hoping for the situation to come back to normal very soon. Floods, being one of the deadliest disasters, has a massive range of impacts, especially health impacts, even after the acute phase is over. So today, I'd like to talk about some basic and simple post-flood precautions with all of you that must be taken in order to ensure your and your family's health and safety. The first thing that we must understand and keep in mind is that flood water is often very hazardous. It can be contaminated with sewage, industrial waste, and bacteria or other biological agents. So, it's crucial to handle the logged and accumulated flood water very carefully. Please make sure to use appropriate personal protective equipment, especially masks and gloves while handling flood water. If waterproof gloves or nitrile gloves are not available, double simple gloves could also be used. Please make sure to wash your hands with soap and clean water after handling the flood water and removing the gloves. Also, please make sure to keep immunocompromised people, especially the old age people, pregnant women, small children, and people suffering from chronic diseases away from flood water as much as possible. And apart from flood water, assuming a possible contamination in all the water that's coming to your house, the water must be used for drinking as well as for cooking only and only after proper disinfection or boiling. Something known as mold, which is a kind of a microscopic fungus, is very common after the floods and usually starts to grow on the surfaces after a couple of days, 1 or 2 days of water exposure. This causes more damage to your home and possessions and poses a lot of health hazards. This could cause symptoms like nasal stuffiness, throat irritation, coughing, wheezing, eye irritation, skin irritation, and many more symptoms. And people with known mold allergies, immunocompromised people, and people with chronic lung diseases would suffer from serious infections due to mold. Now, something which can be done to prevent the overgrowing of mold and to restrict the mold, you must allow the surfaces to dry properly with the help of vacuum cleaners and ventilate the surfaces by opening up the windows in the daytime, provided the humidity outside is lesser as compared to the humidity inside. And something which is most important is to clean the hard surfaces of the house with bleach and water in appropriate dilution. The dilution being 1 cup of bleach in around 1 gallon of water, which is approximately 4 to 4 liters of water. Could be used in a spray bottle or with the help of a sponge with properly put on hand gloves. Now coming to other health hazards which are very common after the floods and some precautions to prevent them. Floods, as we all know, lead to excessive stagnant water which attracts and provides an ideal breeding ground for mosquitoes, flies, and other vectors, leading to a huge risk of vector-borne diseases like malaria, dengue, and chikungunya. Though undoubtedly a lot of public health measures by the administration will have to be taken to prevent the epidemics, it's important to exercise proper precautions at our ends also. Please ensure wearing appropriate clothing, covering the limbs properly, especially the legs, using appropriate mosquito repellents, mosquito nets, and indoor residual spraying inside the houses wherever possible, and try maximally, which is most important, to avoid smaller collection of water in the vicinity of your households, like in the flower pots, in small pits and holes, in cans, etc. Another major risk is of gastrointestinal infections like diarrhea, cholera, hepatitis after the floods, mainly because of the contaminated water. Again, aggressive and strategic work will be required to be done at the administration level. However, at your ends, please make sure to completely avoid eating outside for some days, to again mentioning to properly disinfect or boil water before drinking as well as using the water for cooking, and also try to clean and disinfect overhead tanks in the houses. And also make sure to clean the raw fruits and vegetables with clean water before peeling them and using them for eating, and exercise proper hand hygiene and hand wash measures all the time in these days. There are various other infections like skin infections, respiratory infections, zoonotic infections that would increase because of the overall lack of hygiene, contamination, and various other reasons. the more we remain cautious with simple ways of exercising precautions like proper hand washing, disinfecting water, eating hygienic home cooked food, and vector control measures, the safer we will be, and we'll be able to ensure the health and safety of our families as well as the community as a whole. After this extremely difficult phase, I would wish and pray healthy and safe time for one and all, and would urge to all of you to be extremely cautious in the coming days. Thank you.